Have you ever thought, like, what is the best bang for my buck if I want to buy a Toyota? There's so many cars. There's this, there's a Camry, there's a Corollas, there's a Crown, and they keep packing their line full of cars. And you ever wondered, what is the best bang for your buck would be? If you say Corolla, you're right. But there's a slightly better answer for this one. If you say Camry, you're also right. But also there's a better option than those two. I definitely would say, if you say the Rav4 in the base form, you nailed it. This car, I would also call it the Toyota Corolla and the Camry, or the sedan in general, killer. Yeah, a lot of people, when they think of a sedan killer, they think of a Highlanders, but no, actually is this car. These cars, the crossovers, is kind of like a car gives you what the sedan gives you, but it's slightly smaller. And this one is, you can't go wrong. Yeah, you can't go wrong with a car like this one. Great clearance, great ground clearance. And at this configuration, you can still slightly more expensive than a base model Corolla hybrid, like slightly, like a few $1,000s. And you can add like about $2,000 to get the hybrid one. If you're really into the efficiency of this car, can get you up to a 40 plus miles in combined driving. At this configuration I personally, my pick, my choice, if I would go with these cars, I definitely would take it this configuration. I tried to get it at the LE trim, but I find that to be a little bit more difficult. I've never seen any LE for sale. But if you can get it as low as possible, like XLE for example, you're still gonna get a great deal. This configuration, let's start with like under the hood over here. We have the 2.5 over here. I did mention this one in a lot of my previous videos. This 2.5 is a carryover, dynamic force, linked to the problematic 8-speed. I'm just saying this jokingly, of course. This is the only thing that kept on, and they did not replace it with any of that did not carried over from the previous gen, is the transmission. It was introduced in 2018. There was a lot of upgrades to that transmission. It's always like hunts for gears. My use for this one for over the week, it does great job maintaining RPM below 2,000. Imagine going 75 miles an hour and the RPM barely breaks 2,000. But if you are somebody who likes to drive aggressively, I would definitely say drive this on the freeway and test it for yourself. You feel like it kind of encourages you to drive efficiently and keep the RPM low. It does the job done great. This powertrain is awesome. Getting combined about 34 mile a gallon. And the 2.5, it doesn't need any introduction. It's a great engine. It's used in a lot of other Toyota product. It's naturally aspirated, and it's an incredible engine. Yep, we're done here. So this body style that came out back in 2019 is still carried over since then. And the only thing that you can tell it's a newer one is by, I don't know, a mid-cycle headlight refresher. I don't know. As you can tell, it's after 2022 or 23. Look in front, you do have all the Toyota Sense. It's pretty good. I did seem to get the lane keeping, it's a little bit off in comparison to other Toyota product. But beside that, the adaptive cruise control is pretty good. You have here, and you do have a camera up there. The clearance is pretty good. And the way the car drives, I was expecting this car to ride a little bit softer than I thought, but no, it's a little bit firm, even though you have a decent wall over here. So I was expecting the drive to be a little bit more comfortable, but unfortunately it's a little bit on the rougher side. So it kind of rides a little bit more like a baby 4Runner than a baby Highlander or Grand Highlander. So on the rougher side. Side profile, nothing special over here. You do have the lane keeping assist, comes as standard on the XLE model, all-wheel drive. And I always thought it looked really cool. I was hoping that the Highlander would make it like just a bigger version of this car, but that wasn't the case. Anyways, even though it's a Toyota product and nobody would care, but I do, it has two actual functional mufflers. Yeah, those actually real. They actually connected. Yeah, it's very cool. Very cool. Warms my heart seeing this. The trunk, we're gonna talk about it in a second. Definitely goes on the I have the all-wheel drive. It does have equipped with the all-wheel drive system, so nothing really major in terms of the interior upgrades. It comes as standard with all the basically all you have electric. You can connect control the seating, and manual on the other side. The layout is exact the same since 2019. Nothing has changed. I do like this. Your seating positions a little bit on the higher side. It's very brawny, like large hood. It really reminds me of the 4Runner more than it does with the Highlander. So if one thing you do have, I did speak a lot about the new system over here. This is I would test it for myself. I only tested with Android and it seems to be problematic. I did mention that the older system was much better than this one, but this is a minor complaint, to be honest. You do have your problematic, I would not say problem, I'm just joking, is the start and stop engine. So if you want to save that little bit, it's in this configuration, it seems to be very annoying. So they put a button right here, I just keep it off, and it does not do it smoothly like the hybrid system. If I would get it in a hybrid system, if you want that system to be, if you want to be using that system in this configuration, in the gasoline one, it's kind of annoying a little bit. So we also do have different systems that, again, just like with other Toyota products, I don't feel any difference, except for I usually keep it the Eco. The Eco seems to be like, it's just if you like the theme, the color. The normal does about the same, maybe revs a little bit higher. The Sport seems to be a little bit I don't know, you would not want to drive this car at a hard, like you don't want to floor it, because I did notice at even a high speed of 70, 75, the car maintains very low RPM, that's why I have really good gas mileage. And combined, this is, mind you, it's not the hybrid, this is the gasoline engine one. But when you kind of like, not even pressing not even flooring the gas, I did notice that the RPM jumps from the 2000 all the way sometimes even to 6, or even redline the car. So it does feel like somebody who doesn't know how to drive a manual car, like it literally jumps from one. They did a lot of, over the years, they did a lot of upgrades, software upgrades for the system. it's just not going to be as smooth as the old 6-speed. And if you don't want to deal with it, just get the hybrid. It comes with the good old ECVT with the real first gear. I personally would prefer this because I usually don't drive aggressively. In 34, like, I'm getting almost as good as in a Corolla, non-hybrid, of course. So another complaint, it's not a real complaint, but just what if I would go for long distance drive, I'm probably not going to choose this car. It's on the rougher side. It's a little bit uncomfortable for, like, if you sit in for like 8 hours. I probably would consider something like Toyota Cross, Corolla Cross. It's a little bit softer ride. This was a little bit on the rougher side. Yet I do still believe it's an incredible car. You got potholes. You have a snow area. That's the car, like almost all-terrain car that will get the job done anywhere. It's all-wheel drive. And let's see. Great headroom is awesome. I'm 6 here perfectly. A lot of uncomfortable, I would say. And when I say uncomfortable, I mean even a Corolla is a little bit more comfortable. It's a little bit on the rougher side, the rubbery, the plasticky, even though it's an XLE, not a LE. You do have the push button start, which I can care less about. What else do we have here? Believe it or not, it does have heated steering wheel. Yeah, that's crazy. Yep. Let's go. I'm gonna sit behind myself and see. Easy opening. Okay, sitting behind myself. I can sit here. It's not bad. I do like how the headroom is massive. Let's see the middle seat. The middle seat, yeah, fit fine. It definitely large. You do have vents in the back over here. Don't think it's a tri-zone climate. I think it's just connected to the front. You do have 2 type C ports in the back over here. Sound system is as spacious as can be. You do have a lot of space underneath. You can fit your legs over here. In terms of the back, you do have we're gonna go ahead and fold this to the back. You do have a slight of a hump over here, less than I would say the hybrid. The hybrid, you do have the hump to be a little bit more announced, but it's a little bit. I do have a lot of stuff in the back over here. Let me see. Very easy. With one hand, I managed to do this, and pretty deep. Will I fit? Maybe. Would I be able to lay down here? Probably not, but I probably can modify, maybe put this one down, and I would have plenty of room. Let's try that just for kicks and giggles. All right, move this forward. If you don't know, you do have air coming from the floor over here. So let me see. Can I fit in here? I'm gonna use some of these as a. Oh, it's been a long day, guys. Yeah, I can kind of squeeze in over here. Yeah, so it's awesome. It's awesome. Yeah, so easy back. We were doing these, and finally the trunk. You can lock and unlock over here. No electric, nothing. So yeah, you can fit a lot of stuff over here. Yep. I really think this is the true Corolla and Camry killer. Utility vehicle, priced slightly above. It's kind of, it fits between the Camry and the Corolla in terms of the price. Can't go wrong with it, even if you opt to the hybrid. If you're gonna go with the fully loaded, in my opinion, I would look into more of these, or I would look into the Grand Highlander. For those who don't know, it's a much larger vehicle if you want a little bit more space. And I'll go with the slightly featured ones, and I'll be a happy person. That's today's video. I hope you guys enjoy. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.